3 women, 1 title, and absolutely no room for mistakes. Keely Hodgkinson wants another crown, but Audrey Werro is rewriting the script, and Roos Brooksbow is ready to shock the world. Records are under attack, rivalries are exploding, and this 800-meter final is about to become pure chaos. Buckle up, because this race is about to ignite.
153.8 the Swiss has produced this year to top the world rankings. Well, away they go. I spoke to a Swiss journalist a couple of days ago and he said it's not going to be slow. Werro will go for this. Mark English won a slow, meandering men's 800 metres last night for Ireland. That was magnificent. This race could be very different. Keely Hodgkinson can hardly stop herself running the first 100 fast. She's quick there into the back straight, but there's a reluctance here from anybody to go to the front, although Werro moves across there onto the shoulder of the Brit. And Hodgkinson goes through 200 metres in about 27.5. Werro on her shoulder. Broder's Bowl boxed at the moment with Riki on her shoulder in 3rd place. Now, Werro looking fine at the moment after that very heavy fall yesterday. Moves to the front here, and this could be dangerous because she loves to control races. She's very strong, she's very fast, and this is pretty quick as they come towards the bow.
Keely Hodgkinson has the experience of the major championship finals, but Audrey Werro, surely she'll have the adrenaline of being in this race. She knows she's beaten Keely Hodgkinson, and she knows that she can make this a really fast race. And Keely has to keep her eyes on the prize and has to make sure that she's concentrating on this margin in front as Broder's Bowl, the danger woman in behind.
Well, this is the opposite of what happened in Stockholm about 8 weeks ago. Hodgkinson led that one, and Werro went past her in the home straight. Is it going to happen here in reverse? Broder's Bowl in 3rd. Riki having a good run in 4th, but she's fading. Werro running the perfect line in the shorter line. Hodgkinson having to come round the outside. Broder's Bowl in 3rd, looking very calm and controlled, but beginning to lose a couple of metres. And Werro finds daylight and eases away. Hodgkinson gritted teeth, coming back at her. The crowd rolling her on, but she's going to run out of track. And Werro's going to take the title. It's going to be gold for Switzerland, silver for Great Britain. What a race, and look at the time, 1:54.81. It's a new championship record by about 2/3 of a second. And Audrey Werro, despite that heavy fall yesterday when she was clipped by Bourgoin of France, recovered and has got it absolutely right there. But I'll tell you what, you have to give Keely Hodgkinson full credit for a brilliant run. 1:55.01 there, 2/10 of a second down. She ran better than I expected, I have to say, after a problem-plagued season. Broder's Bowl equals her national record, can you believe, to the 100th, 1:55.54. It certainly fulfilled all expectations there, didn't it? There was so much anticipation of that race, but you have to say congratulations to Audrey Werro of Switzerland. She delivered under enormous pressure in spectacular style and dominated the race.
And Audrey Werro said early in the season she was surprised by her progress. She did not expect to be running this fast, this quickly in the season, but she's shown came to the business end and the race that people have talked about. These 3 protagonists, how brilliant that they delivered and they raced each other so close in the end. Hodgkinson, yes, she's been here before, then you have to remember that she's got her eyes on gold, but she's only 24 years of age. She was looking for a 7th international title and a 3rd European outdoors, but Audrey Werro changed her plans and made Keely Hodgkinson have to focus on someone else who has improved by more than 2 seconds just this year. Someone else who was so far behind her when the world indoor record, of course, was set. Their eyes are all on the world outdoor record and banishing that to the history books. Lots of people want to see that. And here, by the way, 44-year-old record was 1:55.41. As you said, it's gone now.
Is a very, very worthy champion. I'll tell you what, the clashes between these 3 can bring this sport onto the front pages again and again in coming years. They're all young. Broder's Bowl is the unknown. She's still improving. And I think the fact that these 3 seem prepared to race each other again and again is a real positive for the sport. Hannah, you're a World Championship silver medalist at 1,500 metres. What was your take on that?
I was, well, just thinking Keely sharing a hug here with her parents. She does look really gutted. I was impressed by Werro taking it on, but being patient for the first 200, because I think the energy she saved in the first 200 to then kind of spread out through the rest of the race was really important. I think if she battled ferociously in that first 200 and gone through in 27, then that would have cost her in the last 50. Whereas on the flip side, she stayed incredibly strong here in the last 50 metres. You said it in commentary, Tim, that Keely ran ever so slightly wide around that top bend as well. She had to do that. It wasn't time to kind of kill your momentum and tuck in behind Werro. But that strength for me in the last 20 and 30 from Audrey Werro was because she measured her effort to absolute perfection, and that's hard to do, never mind in kind of the pressure cauldron that these three women are in right now.
You can see Werro there, every 4 or 5 strides, having a little glance out of the corner of her eye to see what Keely Hodgkinson was doing. The Briton there to the left, gritting her teeth, busting her gut to get back to Werro. It was tight, what, about 1.5 meters of the line? But Werro dipping there, she knew Hodgkinson never gives in. That was a magnificent 800 metres, and loved that one, every step of it. Great running from the athletes behind. Broder's Bull, look at the features of Hodgkinson compared with Broder's Bull. Have you ever seen a greater contrast? When she learns to dig really deep, Broder's Bull will be up there with those two in front of her.
Well, she's equalled Ellen van Dalen's Dutch record there, Femke Broder's Bowl. And Van Dalen has been very gracious all year, saying it's got to go. Femke Bowl's got to be the woman to do it. So to equal it after 3 rounds in an event that she's so new to is brilliant. And the future, as you said, Tim, the future is very bright if these three stay healthy. And as you also said, stay willing to race each other every opportunity they can.
Some might say the future is Werro, Broder's Bull, and Hodgkinson thrown into the mix. I'd love to see these three race each other again and again and again. Yeah, Keely, you know, running around that second bend. I mean, it's easy to pick little criticisms. She probably ran a couple of meters further around that bend, and she loses by a couple of meters. Did she make a tactical error letting Werro get to the front in the first place? Because that was fairly predictable from Werro, that second lap. She loves to wind it up and control the race. It would be unfair, because I think Keely Hodgkinson has run magnificently there tonight. Quicker than I expected when you think she ran 1:57 heat, 1:57 yesterday, the quickest semi-final ever, and 1:55.01 tonight.
Well, she had to try something different from Stockholm. You know, she led Werro into that last 100 in the Stockholm Diamond League, and it didn't work. Werro came back past her, and so she had to try something different. You know, had she tried that and it not worked, we'd be criticising her for not learning from the previous races as well.
Alex, a race for the ages.
Absolutely, and it's great that it will continue to make headlines, of course, but it was expected in some ways. You know, going into this season, Keely Hodgkinson broke that world indoor record, she won the world indoor title, and you just wondered whether she had that #1 world mentality, and was a little bit spooked by Werro's sudden progress and all of her top 10 best time.
This is why we love this sport. Pure speed, pure rivalry, and a finish that had us all on the edge of our seats. If you enjoyed this race, don't just watch and leave. Join the Sprint Fury family. Hit that subscribe button and get ready for more epic battles, unforgettable finishes, and the fastest women on the planet. We'll see you in the next race.